So the changes that you'll see in Google come February 13th is that we'll be taking the best of our product listing ads, which is our commercial-based model for surfacing product ads, and we'll be marrying this with our product search, which we've invested obviously a lot into improving that experience over time. So we'll be merging those two user interfaces and creating one simpler user interface so that when the customer and the user comes onto Google Shopping Property and google.co.uk, then they'll have one simpler user interface with a lot cleaner, simpler results, and overall a far better experience for when they're looking to find products when they ask a question to Google. So the benefits to retailers in the UK are threefold. So very much, first and foremost, it's allowing retailers to connect with new customers. So in Google, we see millions and millions of product searches on our search engine, and that allows retailers to connect with new customers. Secondly, it allows them to drive additional traffic to their websites, because what we've seen is click-through rates have dramatically improved with this new format. And finally, then we are seeing conversion rates improve as well. So we are not only driving additional traffic, but we're also driving additional conversions to that retailer's business. So that's right. In terms of this new Google Shopping, as we're calling it, model, then retailers will be paying. In terms of how that works, so there's, again, Google will run a second auction, but it's no different to currently how retailers are paying for their current product listing ads. So I have to stress though, that again, like everything with Google, again, the main criteria is actually relevancy. So relevancy is actually utmost importance, and therefore having sort of a good quality feed that you're able to send to Google with relevant results within that is critical. And then what Google does as well is we'll take the actual bid price that retailer bids, and then we will use that if there's a number of products of a similar nature that rise, then we'll use that bid price to be able to rank those products accordingly. But I have to stress that again, like on normal google.com, then relevancy is key. In terms of what retailers should do next, then they should first and foremost do the basics and ensure that all of their inventory can be found on Google Shopping. What they need to do is just literally go into AdWords and to the all products target and just select a minimum bid so that it's opted in for Google Shopping. And then I would suggest that they get a really good feed up and running, and then they look to optimize that feed as well by looking at the recommendations that we give in the Merchant Center on how they can optimize that feed and correct any errors. And really I would get it part and parcel of the DNA as part of the team that are working on this to ensure that they're really focusing on this new ad format and giving it the attention it deserves. And once they've got all that in place, we ensure that you're complying with the new policies that we have in place for Google Shopping, and then taking advantage of the incentive program that we have. We very much see that consumers are going across a multiple number of devices when they're looking to either research and then purchase a product. In the UK, then we see up to 50% of all retail purchases are either online or have actually been influenced by the online channel. And mobile, as we recognise, is absolutely critical to this in terms of bringing both the online and offline worlds together. So at Google, you'll start to see a very consistent experience, whether you're actually on a desktop device, and then if you transfer across to a tablet device and a mobile device, you'll see a very consistent experience. At Google, we strongly sort of look to support both large retailers and small retailers. And so actually we believe in the mid to long term that this is a very level playing field. And in the UK launch, we've certainly gave all our advertisers ample notice back in November about that we're looking to make these changes starting in February time. And so we've been working very closely with both our large advertisers and our small advertisers so that they can really look to engage in this new format. So at Google, we're being very supportive of both our large and smaller retailers. And we have published a number of optimization guides and best practice guides to help both parties. I'm not able to comment about any individual retailers and their pricing strategy. Certainly what I can stress is that the reason Google has made these changes is to improve the overall user experience. So when you're going online, at the moment there's two different user interfaces. So we've merged the two to make it a far better, simpler experience, and that can only be better for not only our retail partners and very much better for the user. In terms of looking at the overall the experience so far that we've seen in the US around Google Shopping and the move to this new model, then as stated, then we've seen tens of thousands merchants coming on board with this. we have now over 100,000 sellers. So we're confident that by providing a better user experience, that will be overall to be a better experience for our advertisers and for our users going forwards. This isn't Google looking to monetize its assets at all, far from it. What I'd like to do is refer back to our founders' pre-IPO letter, and we very much stipulated back then that Google results would be both unbiased and objective. And on top of that, we would also surface both sponsored, advertised links as well as part of those results. And so this recent change remains true to our original philosophies.